Hey guys, just wanted to update you quickly on this Vyvanse Wellbutrin cocktail here. Let me tell you something about this. Now, I don't know which is doing what more, but with the Vyvanse, when I'm sitting down to do something, definitely can focus the mess out of whatever it is. I could be sitting there lining up paper clips and it could be the most interesting thing in the world. Somebody could be telling me they're giving out free iPhone 10s. I'm like, I'll get to that, but I gotta line up these paper clips first. The thing is, that's when you're just kind of sitting down and you're not moving around doing stuff. But like just now, I was just sweeping this bus, and man, because I've been taking it later in the day, because my days are like I'm up at 4:30 and I'm back home at 5:30. I get a little break in between, but my days are long. So I was talking about my doctor about getting some kind of extension. But let me tell you, man, when you want to get up to do something, you're going to do the mess out of it. Like I got up to clean this bus out. I'm sweeping it. And I'm going to be the best bus sweeperist person ever. Okay. And that's what I do. You know, I'm just going in. And nothing could be better than it. Just trying to concentrate and clean the mess out of this bus. And that's with anything that involves any kind of movement. Your heart rate, and I can feel my blood pressure just kind of rise up. You know, which could be good or bad. But I really want to do this and I'm having this anxious feeling. I also feel that though when I'm talking to people, and I mentioned this in the previous video, I'm not even necessarily doing something, but not only is my mood elevated, you're like, you whistle while you work. You're happy, but and hype, but you also want to just do what you got to do and just really concentrate on it. So at any rate, got somebody walking around here. At any rate, you know, that's the thing with Vyvanse and I think Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin definitely lifts the mood. It gets you to be motivated, you know, whether you're dealing with depression or the anxiety or the lack of concentration. It's the whole combination of that thing going on there. But Vyvanse definitely, you know, it works for me as far as stimulation. Sometimes I feel a little bit too anxious, a little bit too shaky. And that peaks at about 3 to 4 hours, I guess, like where I am right now. Because like I said, I'm up at 4:30, but I pushed up the dosage up until about 9 o'clock, because when you start to kind of crash off of it, yeah, bedtime is a better time, not while you're driving a bus with kids or anything else, you know, driving anything else. You don't want to be sleepy like that. And getting rest, of course, is essential. So you want to make sure your clock is good as far as internally. You want to take it when you're supposed to and end, of course, when you're supposed to and get your full night's sleep. So I want to touch on something else real quick though. Like, I think a lot of us deal with people when we talk to them about medication. Like I mentioned in the first video, especially to the black community, you know, folks, they can't appreciate it. They don't, you know, they think it's not for you. They talk about you behind your back, but they're not going to say anything to your face. And they think, you know, if you're on it, you're weird or whatever the case is. You know what? I should take these glasses off. And, you know, it's not like you're weird or whatever. I'm sorry about that reflection. But I think that we know, those of us that take any kind of medication, you know, anything for the mind, and not so much for the body, which is just as important, can appreciate it. But more so than just taking the medication, because we know it's not a joke. We know this is not something we do in general just to do. But I think that overcoming some things in life, like we have some kind of concentration issues, we need to set our lives up where we can actually become more of not a failure, but more of a, because I wasn't going to say we don't want to become more of a failure, more of an individual that can actually get things done and set up our lives to succeed. If you forget things, of course, you're going to do lists. And many of you may have done that, but you want to set yourself up. You know, don't just take the medication. Speak to a counselor, or if you don't want to do that, talk to a trusted friend. As far as ADHD is concerned, you know, you want to have your life set up where you're set up to pass and not fail. If you forget things in the morning, put them by your door, on your car seat, so you can trip over it or sit on it or whatever, so you don't forget. Like I tend to do. I do those things. If I trip over it, that means that it needs to come with me, because I may just forget it. But even with depression, these kind of things, especially us men, we like to hold these things in. You know, whether you're black man, white man, Asian, whatever. But I know in my community, a lot of times we don't talk about things because we're going to man up and deal with it. But we need to talk to people. The medication is one thing, but talking to people definitely helps. Setting yourself up, you know, to be successful. Medication, but also counseling, also doing things in your life to help to better it, you know, as far as, you know, whatever condition that you're dealing with personally. So I hope this video has helped. So this is it, Vyvanse and Wellbutrin. I'm still on the same thing, 75 milligrams. I'll see you guys the next time I look at you or you look at me. All right, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.